We are at a new episode of F Around and Find Out. And this is your favorite half Chinese. This time it is a tennis episode in Shanghai. And a lady who thinks she is so entitled, and because of her foreign passport, she now stands above the law and above everybody. Let's find out if all the other ones also agreed. So here she is being dragged out by the security. Oh, that lady is quite strong that is dragging her, making a whole scene and actually, quite honestly, making a fool out of herself. Now she's going all around the internet with this going on. There are also a lot of stories about it. Many of them are not true. Here you see her screaming. And you have the security guards telling her, be quiet, etc. And this is going to be a very important part. You see, here she is holding the passports in her hand, pushing it in the guards or security's face, right? Like, oh, look at it, look how bold she is doing these kind of things, as if it is giving her a ticket to do anything she wants. Anyway, the video will continue so you can watch it, but I just toned down the sound. You also heard the people cheering, but yeah, everybody wants to know now what was exactly going on. Before you go any further, please smash that like right now, subscribe, and also comment your thoughts below. Thank you. So during a critical moment at the Shanghai Masters tennis tournament, a 46-year-old woman named Xie Moyun caused a major disruption. While thousands of spectators were silent, she stood up and screamed, waved her arms, and even shouted, "Come on!" directly as a player was serving, causing him a fault and halting the match. So yeah. That is exactly what we saw in the video, right? So this lady, her name is Xie Moyun, 46 years old. Originally, she's from Guangzhou, but in 2018, she married a Swedish man and obtained a Swedish passport herself in 2022. So yeah, her husband is working somewhere in halted, and he's an executive in a factory, and yeah. It seems that has contributed to her status of entitlement, right? But yeah, what did she actually do? Well, that is actually what people are really, really, really angry about, is the passport provocation, right? After being asked to be quiet, her response was the climax of the incident. She pulled out her 5-year-old son's Swedish passport, slapped it in front of security, and declared, "Look clearly, my son is Swedish. You cannot control me." Well, yeah. She used her child's foreign passport as a supposed free pass to break the rules, while her own Chinese ID was reportedly expired. Her young son, visibly frightened and pale, tried to pull her sleeve to stop her, but she shoved him away. What a mom, what a mom, what a mom. Now the crowd was getting very angry, right? Because it's not normal to behave like that, and especially when you start waving your passport, it's like you feel above all the others, right? So her arrogant behavior instantly angered the spectators around her. The most powerful response came at the end, when the police finally forcibly carried her out of the stadium. The entire crowd erupted in applause. Well, that's what we've heard, right? So there are a couple funny things from online netizens. Fiercely criticize her with comments like, using your child's passport to throw your weight around. How embarrassing. And did she think being a Swedish citizen made her superior? And these are questions that are honestly what I also have for these same people, right? You're not much different than anybody else, and nobody is much different than anybody else, and nobody is more entitled or should be more entitled than anybody else. We are all humans. We all have things. I have something that you can learn from. You have something that I can learn from. And that is going on with everybody. So in that regard, we are all the same. We're just normal, ordinary human beings. Your passport is not going to change anything in that. But anyway, this incident is a classic case of a perceived superiority complex based on foreign nationality. Xia believed her family's foreign status placed her above all the rules, and she effed around and found out. However, the outcome was clear. The Shanghai police gave her an administrative penalty. The law applies equally to everyone in China, regardless of passport. So I was reading an article and it was quite funny how they ended it. And they said true decency is not given by a passport cover, but by the respect for rules ingrained in one's character. The applause as she was removed was the public's verdict on her behavior. And with that, that's beautiful, beautiful to end it with that, right? Let me all know what you all think of this in the comment section. Do you think that people holding a Swedish passport should be above all the laws and rules of other nations? It's, to me, I always am flabbergasted. I've seen it many times before, though, not only with Chinese people, but also with other people. And I think it is just weird, right? In the end, we're all from the same country, one way or the other. These are all our own people. And if you think that you are so much above them, why don't you help them to get a better life instead of looking down on them, right? But anyway, that's my take on it. This was another episode of F Around and Find Out. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please like, share, and if you have not yet, then follow. And that was it. Your favorite half Chinese. Have a great day.